Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I think it's time to start. Welcome back to the Top Voices channel and our community talk series. My name is Sofia, and our guest today is Maxim Zolotarev, head of data platform and machine learning at Tabby. So the topic for today is very interesting for founders, data management approaches for startup. And I think we can start. Maxim, please, the stage is yours.
Hi everyone. My name is Maxim, and I'm head of data platform and machine learning in Tabby. Tabby, that's the fintech company in Middle East region, and previously Tabby was in a startup, and now we are full-size company and unicorn in our region. And today I would like to tell you about data management approaches for startups and for full-size companies. Today we're going to discuss about three different approaches: centralized approach, data mesh, decentralized or decentralized approach, and some hybrid approach between first one and second one, hub and spokes approach. Let's start from first approach. This is the most easiest and this is the most easiest approach for small companies or startups. You don't need to have the huge team with data engineers, data analysts, machine learning engineers, or data scientists. If you just want to start to collect your data from internal data sources or external data sources, for example, from your operational databases like Postgres or MySQL, or if you have external sources like vendor software or something like that, and you just want to collect all of your data in one point in your data platform. So when I say data platform, I mean data warehouse, for example, or data lake, or feature store, or other systems for data storing and data processing. So if you just want to collect all of your data in one point, and if you want to get some insights or additional value from your data really fast, just for answering for your questions about business, about product, about metrics, about vitals. So let's start from centralized approach. And in Tabby, it wasn't our first approach for our first stage when we was in the small startup, and when we didn't have I don't know, terabytes of data, the long list of products or business functions, and we didn't have the huge team of data guys, so we had just a few data engineers, few machine learning engineers, and maybe 5 or 10 data analysts. So how this approach works: all data flows through the single team. Domains, I mean, for example, marketing, sales, product operations, finance, risks, etc. Domains in this approach, like in a consumer, they are not an owners for their data. If we speak about architecture or tech, you will have unified stack and standards, and the most important point, you will have the one point of truth for your governance policies, your tech stack, or your architecture for your data platform, because you don't need to communicate a lot with a lot of people in company for implementing some tool or resolve some issue with your policy. So this approach, that's the really best option if you want to start working with your data in a modern way. Of course, each approach in our discussion gonna has the pros and cons. And for centralized approach, we have pros like unified quality standards, full control and governance, no duplication of tools or effort, and really easy auditing and compliance. So, for example, if you think about fintech domain, if you have an auditor from central bank or something like that, as I said previously, you have just one point of truth about your data, about your processes, about your policies around data, and you just need to ask, for example, me or somebody from data engineers about the full life cycle for your data, the full list of your policies, the full list of your data protection policies. And so, yeah, that's the really easy way. And of course, this approach has an, cons. And the main cons for this approach, bottleneck, because you have just only one centralized team for resolving all issues about data quality, or if you want to add a new source, or if you want to build a new dashboard or something like that, you need to provide Jira task or request for centralized team. And this team will provide you a result, but in most cases it will be in a queue of requests from different domains, from different business streams, or something like that. And one more, the most popular cons for this approach, context is lost. So if you started from one product or maybe a few products, after maybe 3 years or 5 years, you will have the long list of products, the long list of data sources, the long list of processes around your data. And one centralized team can answer for all questions about data, about metrics, about, I don't know, about data quality or something like that. And yeah, for this approach, the most popular cons, bottleneck and context loss. So let's see the Tabby's journey. As I said previously, we started from centralized approach, and we just had a really small data guys team, a few data engineers, a few machine learning engineers, a few data analysts, and we work together. After 3 years, we decided that we would like to distribute zones of responsibility. We would like to distribute ownership. We would like to distribute some context between domains, between business streams, and data platform team. Of course, between first step and second step, we had some changes. For example, we have started to distribute analysts and machine learning engineers and data scientists between domains after maybe 1 year or 1 year and a half. But if you speak about data platform team, data engineering team, it wasn't only one centralized team, and we discussed the most popular cons for centralized approach, bottleneck and context loss. And we had the same issues, the same problems, the same cons. So, and we decided that we would like to change something, and we would like to switch our approaches, data management approaches, our governance, our tools, data platform, from centralized approach to decentralized approach, data mesh. But here you can see the third step, hub and spokes, because for us, data mesh didn't work as was described in original idea, in original concept of data mesh. So let's talk about data mesh. The really difference approach. Previously, we had a centralized approach. Data mesh does the full decentralization approach. And this approach has four main principles. Domain ownership, data as a product, self-serve platform, and federated governance. And so what does it mean, domain ownership? It means that each domain contains guys from development side, I mean backend developers, front-end developers, QA, mobile developers, domain data engineer, domain data analysts, domain machine learning engineers, or data scientists. So the really typical product team, and their zone visibility for full life cycle of data, from operational databases to analytical databases, and to the dashboards, machine learning models, I don't know, reports, exactly, exactly. So data as a product. In this approach, you have to start to think about your data as a product, and it means your data marts, or your raw data, or your dashboards, or machine learning models have to have the documentation, data quality tests, SLA, because that's the product. And if you want, you can use data from data platform for expanding context for your backend services if you need it. You can use data products for building sub data products. For example, you can use data marts from marketing domain, but you're from sales domain. And marketing data engineer and data analyst, they have to provide you some SLAs and data contract for using their data in your data. Self-serve platform. In this approach, the data platform team, it's still centralized team, but now the team has to develop tools, self-serve tools for data integrations, for data extractions, for data transforming, for alerting, and for implementing data governance principles and policies. Uh, Federated governments. It looks like a democracy, and some guys from, for example, from marketing domain, or finance domain, or risk domain, and guys from data platform team. In this approach, you have to build your governance, your policies together. After that, data platform team has to implement these policies, principles, exactly, and exactly. So you have to build your governments together. And which pros and cons this approach has? So the really cool autonomy. If you are growing really fast, and you have a really long list of products, and you're gonna add a new product mm, each month or each half. Yeah, that's the really good approach, because you just need to add the new domain with domain data engineer, data analyst, and some teams from backend side, or for front end side, just for adding your domain into the main console. That's really fast, and you don't have any blockers for growing your data platform and your governance and your data management logic, data management philosophy. But this approach means that you will have a lot of communications between development side, data platform side, each domain, and you have to have really cool self-service platform, because if your domain data engineer can do something, I don't know, build a new pipeline for data extraction from external source to your data platform, or if your analyst can do data marts themselves, it will be a big problem for you, because it will be in a still centralized approach for your data platform, and still bottleneck problem for your data platform team. And why it didn't work for us? Uh, Two main points. The main blocker for us wasn't development. side because they have different priorities. They just want to build new application, new versions of applications. They just want to develop new features, and they want to do it really fast. And some business guys push them, and they don't want to think about data. They don't want to think about analytical downstream. They just want to change their operational databases for each feature. If they want to move data from one database to another database, they will do it. And so, in few words, the most blocker for us, that's the priorities. Yeah, a data platform team or a data analyst from domain or data engineers from domain, they are thinking about data every day, and that's their priorities, but not for development teams. And the next point for us was in the federated governments. Domain attend to domains don't want to build data governments with you. They don't want to build policies with you. They just want to use prepared data governance. They just want to use prepared tools, self-service tools from your data platform, and that's it. They still want to resolve the business issues, the product issues. They don't want to think about data governance philosophy or data culture. Because if you are a really fast growing company, the trade-off between quality and fast and quality will be an actual for you. And here we can see the result of this trade-off. Development teams, they don't want to think about data because they want to deliver it faster. Data analysts and data engineers from the main, they don't want to think about data governance or data culture. They just want to resolve their issues faster and faster and faster, because it means we will get more money, or we will expand more fastly. So yeah, in few words, just in brief, the theoretical data mesh looks really nice. If you read the original article about data mesh, it will be some surprise for you, and looks really nice. But in practice, these principles, in most cases, don't work. So, and what we have decided, if we if centralized approach not for us, and decentralized approach not for us as well, so let's combine and find something between these approaches, some hybrid model. And how hub and spokes looks like this. You still have a distributed data analysts, machine learning engineers, data engineers between domains. You still have the self-service data platform, and data engineers and data analysts from domains. They can build data marts, data products, or dashboards or machine learning without data platform team. But you still have centralized governments, you still have centralized policies, you still can control your data flows, your data sources, data flows, and gateways for data extraction from your data platform. And here you can see pros and cons for this approach. And so, in my opinion, these pros and cons, that's the combined between pros and cons for centralized approach and decentralized approach. And the most important con for me from this approach, that's the metrics management, because data analysts and data engineers, they have to be in a part of data platform process as well, because they have to understand how data platform works, and which tools we use, which data governance we use for our data management process, and they have to implement decentralized governance, decentralized policies, decentralized tools into their domains. So yeah, and now here we can see some metrics structure for embedded data guys into domains. So, and also, I prepared the comparing table for you, and now you can choose your best data model, data management model between centralized, data mesh, hub, and spokes. And in most cases, for whole time, it will be in some, trade-off between quality and velocity. It will be in most cases you still having bottleneck issues, but I don't believe only in centralized approach, because you will have some problems with bottleneck and context distribution. I don't believe in the data mesh, because it looks nice in theory, but in my opinion, it doesn't work in real life. And hub and spokes looks like an good trade-off between centralized and decentralized approach. So, and recommendations by stage for your young company, your startup, and your full-size company as well. So, start from centralized approach. It will be a really best option for you if you just want to start collect your data, if you want to start to get insights or value from your data, and you still don't have tons of tons of pipelines, tons of SQL queries, tons of reports, dashboards, etc., etc. It will be a really cool point for you. After that, try to implement hub and spokes approach, because it will be in a really natural step after centralized. You just need to distribute your data analyst between domains or business streams. You just need to distribute data engineers between domains, and you just need to start building your self-service data platform. And after that, maybe after a couple of years, maybe something like that, you will be able to try to switch from hub and spoke to data mesh. Because data mesh, that's about really high level data culture, really high level maturity level for your data platform and for your data guys as well. And so yeah, I guess that's the best flow from centralized to decentralized approach for most companies. Yeah, and here you can see key takeaways. Uh, Choose the best approach for you. You can start from the centralized approach, and maybe for your company or for your startups, it will be the best way. But in my opinion, start with centralized. It's normal and the right choice for the startups, because you will be able to resolve a lot of problems with centralized approach. You will get some policies for permission and access. You will get the really good landscape for your tech, for your data tech. or maybe something else. Hub and spokes is a natural evolution for your centralized approach. As we discussed previously, you just need to start to distribute your resources between domains and start to build your self-service data platform. Data mesh requires maturity in platform, culture, and process, and in people as well. Invest in startups and governance from day one. It pays off. So if you didn't resolve some policy issues or PI data protection, I mean sensitive data protection for the first day, maybe in future you will not have a lot of capacity, time, or something like that for resolving it. Or maybe it will be in a really tough legacy for you after the 5 years in your company. So, the few bonus slides and topics for you. As you know, a lot of guys talking about AI, LLM. So, anyways, if you want to implement AI practices or LLM practices in your company, and if you want to get insights from your data faster than task for analysts and dashboard after that. If you want to democratize your data in your company for each data, for each product owner, for each product manager, for each engineer. So you have to, or maybe you should start to building your meta layer about your data, or we can call it a semantic layer with descriptions for your data, with lineage between your data sources, analytical systems, BI systems, machine learning models, tiering. So you have to understand which data the most important for your business. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Quality checks 100%. Because that's really important for big companies and for startups as well. If you don't believe into your data, it will be a problem for you in future. And ownership, of course, clear domain or team ownership. You have to understand who is the owner for this part of data or for this data source, and it will be in a really good data points for LLM, like in a Claude or ChatGPT or something like that, just for understanding your business, your structure in company, your links between data, and after that AI or LLM will be able to answer for your questions. So, and the modern tools for building metadata layer or semantic layer, DBT, data build tool. I think if you have an analyst in your startup or in your company, they 100% they know about DBT, and that's the modern tool for building data products, because you will get documentation, you will get data quality tests, you will get some guardrails for your SQL queries and for your meta data about your SQL queries and about your physical data. And open metadata, that's also an open source tool as a DBT. That's about data catalog and governance. And in Tabby, we use both DBT and open metadata. DBT as our backend for data transformations inside data warehouse. Open metadata, we use like an UI for our data customers. Data analysts, machine learning engineers, data engineers, doesn't matter. And if you use these tools together, DBT and open data, you will get the really, really cool meta layer about your data. And for us, it works. We use LLM for getting some fast insights from our data without analysts. Of course, if you need some deep dive into our data, or that's really a tough report or really tough question, of course, we still use the task approach for some analysts in domain. But if you just want to understand, I don't know, some metrics about your product or some part of your business. Uh, that's the good way for 2026. And that's it, guys. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for leading such good webinar, and it was very engaging. So we have already a lot of questions, and I'm ready to start with Q&A. Okay, the first question from Teresa. Maxim, when does a startup actually need a data platform team?
The sooner the better, because if you still don't have the huge volume of your data or some hard data links, data pipelines, that's the really good time for building data platform. You can hire a few data engineers for building the first version of your data warehouse, and just believe me, you will get the really cool value from your data for first steps for your startup.
Okay, thank you very much. The second question from William. Thank you, super helpful webinar. Thank you. What breaks first when the data team becomes overloaded?
Uh, First of all, ownership, because only one team, they can't collect all context about data, and they can't be an owner for terabytes of data from different part of your company, from different products. And first of all, ownership, and the second one, the data quality, because if you don't understand your data, and if you don't understand um, steps in life cycle for your data, you can provide quality for your data. So in my opinion, first of all, ownership, context loss, and data quality issues.
Thank you.
Mhm.
We have one more question. How do you avoid becoming a bottleneck as a platform team?
As I told previously, you just need to split central data team into part related with business streams, products, or domains. One team just for data platform, self-service tooling. Uh, yeah. Also, you have to distribute zones of responsibility between domains and data platform. And one more, think about data platform as about internal product for internal customers. Provide tools and guardrails, not human resources. Provide common governance. So if you use Jira task approach for resolving all issues and all tasks around data for a really long time, the bottleneck will be a nightmare for you.
Okay, thank you. I have a lot of questions. So, how do you maintain governance with embedded specialists?
Yeah, sure. So, as I told previously, now we are building the hub and spokes approach, and data governance, policies, guardrails, or something like that is built in centralized data platform team, and after that we distribute these governance tools, approaches, policies into domains using embedded data guides for these domains, like an domain data analysts, domain data engineers. We use a lot of approaches for that. For example, workshops or knowledge base or some videos about best practices, how to guides, or something like that. So for us, really important, we would like to have one point of truth about governments, policies, rules, guardrails, tools for domains. But after that, we can distribute it to domains using our metrics approach for our data engineers and domain data analysts.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we have one more question from John. What trend in data platforms excites you most?
Oh,
Interesting question.
uh, yeah, such a good question. So, I really love how we are trying to implement LLM or AI for data democratization. Every data product can get insights without tons of dashboards or tons of SQL code. So that's really big change for and big challenge for us as well. So this point and also, I really love the modern architecture for data warehouse. For example, medallion architecture, and in my opinion, that's better than our previous approaches, like let's build a data lake or something like that. So yeah, I'd say that LLM and AI implementation for our data, that's really the most interesting point for me.
Interesting. Thank you very much. The next question is why does centralized architecture work so well early on?
If we speak about architecture,
Mhm.
uh, so in this webinar, we were talking about data management approaches, not about data architecture or a lot of technical tools. But you can use the relevant architecture for your company, for your stage, with each data management approach which we discussed previously. For me, the most relevant architecture for startups and for huge companies. Medallion architecture for data warehouse, it means the gold level data, silver level data, and golden level data. That's really easy for understanding and for describing for your business stakeholders or something like that. And also, I really love streaming data processing. That's really big challenge for data engineers and for a company. But after that, you will get results, aggregates, features, metrics really faster than
Mhm.
schedule architecture.
Yeah, got you. Thank you very much. Uh, we have one more question. Uh, what role should analysts play in domain ownership?
Mm, the main ownership. Yeah. So, in my opinion, I mean, domain analysts or domain data engineers, that's the most important players for decentralized approach or
Mhm.
hub and spokes approach because they are. They are ways for implementing the common data governance, data management approaches, and common technology in each domain. So they are really important players, more important than I don't know, maybe in data engineers in data platform team. So yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. I think there are no more questions for now. So thank you very much for all your answers because they're all so complex. Thank you very much for joining us today and leading such a good webinar for our audience. So I think you can keep touch with Maxim and ask more questions in LinkedIn. So all links will be found in the description below. And thank you very much for joining us today. Subscribe to the Top Voices to stay updated of our events. So thank you very much, and we hope to see you next time.
Thank you guys for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.